Do you know what Senate Bill 11 is?
I do not.
Okay, it's Senate Bill 11 is going to be the campus carry bill for state colleges and also Collin College, being implemented this fall.
Lovely.
It's going to be allowing students to carry concealed firearms as long as they have a CHL license,
Obviously.
on campus. So, are you for that or are you against it?
I'm all for that.
Okay. I'm going to give you 4 options, kind of to say like why you're for it, just so we can kind of quantify the results. Since you're in the affirmative, do you believe it's the reason why you're for it is your extension of your Second Amendment rights, potential to stop school shootings, crime deterrence, or like the right to protect yourself? Which one do you feel like most likely?
Probably the most latter. I think protecting yourself is
Okay.
one of the ultimate rights that we have as human beings, and I think it's hard to do that without some way of doing so.
Thank you. Do you know what Senate Bill 11 is?
No, I do not.
Okay. Senate Bill 11 is going to be a bill that's going to go into effect over here in Collin this fall. It's going to allow students to carry concealed firearms as long as they have a CHL. So I'm just going to ask you how you felt about the bill. Are you in the affirmative or are you like in the negative? Like, do you support it or are you against it?
I don't fully support it, but I'm not fully against it. It's a very complicated situation having guns on campus. Because in some situations it might be reasonable, but others it might not.
Okay. Well, do you feel like you're more for it or more against?
More against.
Okay. I'm going to give you like 4 different reasons why you'd be against, and just kind of pick the one you feel that most fits with what you believe.
Okay.
You believe that it'll just make the classroom environment more unsafe. It'll be more detrimental to hiring professors for the college. That the Second Amendment has limits, or that protection should be left to the campus police.
Protection should be left to campus police.
All right.
If a student has a gun, or if they can legally take a gun on campus, more shootings will probably happen.
Okay. Thank you. And do you know what Senate Bill 11 is?
I do not.
Okay. Senate Bill 11 is going to be state law that's going into effect at Collin this fall. It's going to be allowing students to carry concealed firearms as long as they have a CHL. So, upon hearing that, do you feel like you're more against or you're more for that legislation?
I guess 4. I mean, I don't see the point in like making such a deal as long as it's like concealed.
Yeah.
If it's like open carry, then I'm gonna have an issue with that. So.
Okay. And then I'm going to give you 4 options. Just kind of say which one you feel like is more in line with why you support SB 11. Okay. Do you feel like SB 11 is more of an extension of your Second Amendment rights, potential to stop school shootings, crime deterrence, or more about the right to protect yourself?
I guess the school shootings part, because that has become an issue in America like recently. Even though it's been going on since the 60s, it's just been inclining since Columbine, right? So I think it would be best. I think it would be a better option just to keep it up there.
Thank you. Do you know what Senate Bill 11 is?
I do not.
Okay. The Senate Bill 11 is going to be a legislation that was passed with state of Texas's legislation that is going into effect this fall. It's going to be essentially a bill that's going to allow students to carry firearms on campus as long as they've registered and gotten a CHL license. So upon hearing that, do you feel like you're for or against that?
Part of me feels like I'm against it.
Okay. I'm going to give you 4 reasons that hopefully align with why you feel like you don't agree with it. And then just kind of pick the one that most appeals to you and why. Do you feel like it's going to make the classroom environment unsafe? Do you feel like it's going to be harder to hire professors? Or that the Second Amendment has limits and that the campus police should be the ones protecting us and not citizens?
I heard with the campus police should be the one defending us.
All right. Do you know what Senate Bill 11 is?
No, I do not.
Okay. Senate Bill 11 is going to be legislation that's taking place over in Collin this year, in fall. It's been already instituted for the Texas state colleges. It's just, going into effect now for us.
Okay.
Basically, this bill is going to make it to where, like, me and you can carry firearms on campus legally as long as we have a CHL, so the concealed handgun license, in certain places on campus. Upon hearing that, are you for or against that?
Against it.
Okay. And then I'm going to kind of give you 4 reasons like why you'd be against it, and just kind of pick the one that vibes with you the most.
All right.
Do you feel like more it would make the classroom environment unsafe, that it would be harder to hire professors, that we lose professors, that the Second Amendment has limits, or that the protection should be left to the campus police?
I believe the protection should be left to the campus police because they're professionals and they train to actually do that.
Okay. Like, you know what SB 11 is?
Nope.
Okay, so SB 11 is going to be a law that was passed by the Texas legislature a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
It's been already in effect at Texas State colleges, and now it's finally being put into effect in the fall here at Collin College.
Okay.
Basically, what this legislation is going to do is it's going to allow students to carry firearms as long as they've been licensed to carry them with a CHL in specific areas of the school. So upon hearing that, like, do you feel like you're for or against that?
Overall, I'm against it. But if people have licenses and they're responsible enough to have a weapon, like, I would definitely be for it. You know,
Okay.
as long as they have a license.
Since you said you're more against it, I'm going to give you 4 reasons that hopefully kind of hit why you're against it. Just kind of pick the one that you feel like most jives with what you feel.
I just don't really like guns because I feel like, you know, the presence of them and the availability of them really ensues more damage, you know,
Okay.
on people.
So would you say that it would make the classroom environment unsafe?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
It'll make me nervous, definitely. So, yeah.
Thank you.